Hey guys, Earl at Sumo Kennels. Welcome to the channel. For our longtime supporters, thank you so much for helping us grow the page. For you guys who are new, welcome. Have a seat, have a listen. Happy December as well. Today we're doing an indoor episode because number one, I'm a little bit under the weather, a little sick, guys, and it's cold outside. Just being bored at home, sick, I figured I'd hang out with my baby girl here, Fortuna, and also give you guys an update video. So really looking at the yard of what went through this year and what the big plans we have for next year. Wanted to talk about this girl a little bit more because she is a key factor in our yard. This is Fortuna, our Brazilian girl that we had imported. Oh, excuse me. She is produced by Lucas Pit Kennel, LPK. So if you guys don't know who that is, go on Instagram and look up Lucas Pit Kennel. Come here, sweetheart, say hi. And they have an amazing page, right, guys? Lucas Pit Kennel, LPK, amazing page, guys. So he produced her, and one of the things we were doing when we were looking to bring in a girl from Brazil, Brazilian blood, was really the phenotype of the dog. Love the phenotype of the Brazilian dogs. Very muscular expression, hyper exaggerated features, such as the forehead. You're gonna see that forehead right here. Look, I could put my finger in between her forehead right here. That's the depth of that forehead. This is my thumb, and that is hyper expression, right? Look at these cheeks, right? The skull on this dog. Look at the crease on the forehead. So what that is a hyper expression of the face, right? So a bully, to me, XL bullies, starts at the face. And having these very strong features defines our breed. Just like you can see a silhouette of a Doberman and know it automatically it's a Doberman. Our breed should be the same way. So, oh, bear with me, guys. I really love this girl, and I'm going to share with you guys today what makes Fortuna so special. So, one, she's a hyper expression of a dog. I looked at several girls when we were choosing, and she had the correct height for me and the muscle expression. So what really makes this girl special, if we look at her Pitpedia, let's just even stick at the first generation. The first generation, which is her mom and her dad, you're gonna see Mandibula, who was a dog that Lucas Pit Kennel owned, and Super Sexy, or Super Sex, however she's registered. But I believe it was supposed to be Super Sexy. So let's start with Mandibula, right? If you see right here, I'm going to start these images and video of Mandibula. Look at Mandibula's chest. Look at his shoulders. Just a hyper expression of muscle. Fortuna looks more like Mandibula than she does her mom. Look at his face, look at the forehead on him, look at his rear, look at him as he moves in this video, right? You see his chest. One of the reasons why we chose her is because she's off of Mandibula, and Mandibula is a dog that we like. I mean, he is an incredible specimen, and throws his look as well, as you can see with Fortuna. You're seeing a big expression of Mandibula in her face, and her muscle. This is a girl. Look at her chest spread. Look at her shoulder expression, right? Very wide up front, very thick neck. The stoop of the neck, the masseters. So Mandibula for me was an amazing dog. It's, again, guys, for me, it's not the size of the dog, it's the body composition of the dog, the fluidity of movement, the drive. It's easy to work with and train a dog that has good play drive, toy drive, or even food drive. A dog with zero or little drive is so hard to train, because you got to get the dog to interact with you, bond with you, and take your cues, right, when you're training your dogs. So to me, Mandibula is one of the key components why we chose this girl, and then her mom too, that Lucas Pit Kennel had, Super Sexy, whichever one you prefer. On the registration, her name is Super Sex. So guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but that is how she's registered, right? Again, look at her here. I'm gonna throw up some images here and some video. Super Sex is an incredibly ripped dog, has that red coloration. Just a very raw phenotype of a dog, guys. For a female, look at the musculature. Again, expression of muscle, right? Body type. So now we were looking at Super Sex and Mandibula, and they produced this. Now, mind you, she just had a litter, so she's recovering. You're gonna see her teats are hanging a little bit low, but and she's in heat right now again. So this girl, her first generation phenotype is why we picked her. What makes her so special is Mandibula and Super Sex, guys. I can't say it enough. Those are two amazing and incredible looking dogs that produce this. And we hand selected her and picked her for her peds and her phenotype to take her to Mr. Klaus, right? That was our first litter with her. Oh, right now we are currently breeding her again. And we are gonna take her to, see that shadow Mandibula like this? I'm doing the same thing, right? Except that she's relaxed. If I had a pull toy or a ball and she was more like flexing to jump at it, you would really see her expression of her muscles. Anyhow, sorry, I got distracted. Just trying to show you the same shot. So anyhow, her second breeding is coming up, and basically we got her, right? That's what makes her so special, is the phenotype that she carries, the exaggerated features of the forehead, the muscle expression. We're gonna take her to the males we like. The first one was a Klaus. We love Klaus. Amazing dog, right? Another freaky dog, freaky type looking dog. Now, in our vision, in our goals, our second step with her is to take her to an American dog with very good pedigrees and expression that we're looking for. And that dog is the Grand Champion Top Gun, Emmanuel Tavares. Shouts out to you, my friend. So we are currently working with Emmanuel for this breeding. So right here, see this? Muscles right here, muscles, right? No fat there, just look at the thickness of this neck. We are taking her to Top Gun. We like his compactness, his expression of muscle as well. Very super clean, correct dog. Amazing dog. And if you look at Top Gun, of course, you know, his pedigrees, you're gonna see him on Pitpedia if you really wanna go down. He comes from amazing dogs, guys. But again, she's gonna give us something to mix with Top Gun that you're not gonna see here in the States yet, right? There's a lot of great American XL Bully females here. We're bringing a different phenotype. So when you take something like this, raw, and mix it with some more refined American blood, now you're gonna get the next level, next generation of creation, right, of innovation. And that's truly what makes her special to me. Is, man, one is she gave us our first keeper, which is Sumo's Mariko. When she was born in the litter, she was known as, oh gosh, Nova, I'm sorry. Under the weather, guys. But Nova is of that whole litter, just a freaky looking dog. Kind of like Mandibula, kind of like Super Sex, kind of like Fortuna. Nova is one of those dogs in the litter that I couldn't part with. It was just amazing what I was seeing at such a young age. The muscle expression for Nova at such a young age is, again, an attribute that's passed from the mom, passed from Mandibula. And if you actually look at Fortuna, she looks more like Mandibula to me, right, than face-wise. So now if you look at our current litter that she threw with Klaus, Klaus dominated the boys, right, the facial structure of the boys. She threw her phenotype on the girls, which is the two girls that she imprinted on was Phoenix, who's leaving us in about a week, and our keeper girl, Nova, who we call Mariko, Sumo's Mariko, right? So if you look at Mariko here, we'll throw some videos and pictures right now so you can see it. Look at that face. Look at that muscle expression of a dog that's, 15 weeks. Freaky expression, right? And this is what I'm talking about by being very selective in your program, in our program, to create some very exciting up and coming dogs to come for 2025, even 2026. And for you guys who believe in our program and our productions, man, thank you so much. It means a lot to us, guys. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, because you don't get into this amount of time and money you invest into this to get going, looking down a few generations. It's a tremendous amount of time investment and money investment as well. But the reward is when you see your creations really turn out. Look at this. She's a sweetheart, great temperament. Right now I'm pulling blood from her every day, testing her progesterone test. She allows me to do it. She can belly up for me. She can just be here and be lazy for me, right? And again, so the specialty, number one, what makes her special is how she looks. The thing is, why does she look that way, right? I look at the other two dogs behind her, first generation. So I look at that, and then I look at her producing power. Let's look at Mariko right now. Look at Mariko. She looks ridiculous, right? So I'm looking at Mariko like, who does Mariko look like? To me, Mariko kind of looks like Mandibula. Kind of a mix of Mandibula and super sexy. And that's that hypertype we're looking for. So you take a raw specimen like this, a specimen of a dog. Now you can paint your colors on her, right? You could put her in a tri-suit. Maybe even for you people who like Merle, right? I like a tri-suit. I like solid colored dogs. I like, the color for me is not everything. It is nice. A lot of you guys are a fan of color. For me, it's the overall expression of the dog. If I take a silhouette of a dog, that freaky muscle expression, the head, everything, that's the most important part to me. So in our program, our number one focus, of course, is temperament. I don't care how nice this dog looks. If I can't handle this dog and pull blood from her, I'm gonna have a bad day, guys. I'll probably get bit in the arm or something, right? I got to be able to handle a dog. She's gotta allow me to handle her and grab her face and work with her and manipulate her, right? Temperament, number one. Number two, health. These dogs are investment quality dogs. They're not cheap. I don't wanna invest in a dog and then spend the rest of 8, 10, 12, 14 years that the dog's alive continuously spending money because the dog has major health issues. If I don't want to do that, then I certainly don't want anyone who gets any of my productions to have to deal with that. So number one is temperament, because we don't want to have a liability on our hands, and we want our family to be safe. Our dog is a part of our family. We protect our family, we protect our dogs will protect us, right? Number two is health, right? Think of yourself getting a dog that's like a second child to you, and every 6 months or a year or 2 years, this dog is going to the doctors, and you're just dumping thousands of dollars on an unhealthy dog that was improperly bred, right? Or irresponsibly bred is a better word, because you're breeding dogs that look amazing. However, they got all these hereditary issues. That's why our dogs are MBAR clear. We have them all tested. Any stud we bring into this yard is health tested, because I don't want to deal with those issues. And certainly if you get something from me, I don't want you to deal with those issues. Two big key components. The third component is a wow factor amazing dog. That goes without saying, guys. My first two focuses, my third focus is a wow factor amazing looking dog. Of course, that's what we're in it for. How the breed looks, great temperament, healthy, a wow factor. You walk that dog, it's, kind of like, look, you guys were watching the videos with me with Mandibula. Look at him, you see that dog looks ridiculous. It's almost, Mandibula doesn't look majestic, okay? Let's be honest. He looks creepy, kind of how she looks creepy. If you see the dog, you're like, wow, and then you back up because you're not sure, right? It's kind of that effect where, you know, where you see Top Gun, he's very elegant looking, right? He's got that whole James Bond thing going. He's very elegant, very pretty, you know, where this girl and her dad they just look like barbarians. They're like, if you saw them walking down the street, it'd be like looking at a savage, a barbarian walking down the street. Where when you see Top Gun in his tri-suit, he looks like he's going to a lounge, dressed business casual, looking all super clean and guapo and handsome and all that. That's what Top Gun looks like to me, right? Where when you look at Mandibula, Mandibula looks like he was born during the times of barbarians, the Roman Colosseum even. You get the contrast that I'm trying to explain is there's some dogs that are raw like that, raw looking dogs that are great to mix into your program to a much cleaner dog that'll clean it up, soften it a little bit and give it a little more polish. So all dogs have a purpose, especially if you're going to use them in a program. It's knowing how to use the tools you have in order to create something better, right? So with that said, this is a very, very special girl, guys. I just did an episode prior to this. We do have one of her girls left. I am in talks with a couple of you guys in regards to Rogie, the black girl that she threw. Her buyer didn't, you know, that thing didn't go through, and I don't want to speak on it, guys. Those are private matters between me and her buyer. So the questions you are asking is, Rogie is available? Yes. Am I talking to a few people? Yes. Basically, it's a first come, first serve. You put a deposit down, we work it out. So, and I'll do an update video on that. So now let me get to a Q&A part of this video. Questions when you guys are reaching out to me. Number one, payments. We accept Zelle, we accept credit cards, all credit cards. We also offer financing through SweetPay. So there will be no, you're not gonna bring a bag of money to meet me in a dark alley somewhere. Okay, so number one, if you want a dog from me and you're ready to make a decision, you tell me yes. I send you a link to put a deposit. You could pay that via credit card or however you like. Debit card, credit card, whatever. Once you put that deposit, what happens next is, now I know you're serious, I'm gonna send you over a puppy contract. That puppy contract, and I'll do another video explaining all that. That puppy contract basically is the written contract between you and me, and that ensures and shows you that I am guarantee the dog's health for 1 year. When I say health, I mean major things, right? If you don't get your shots done and your dog gets sick of parvo or rabies, that's outside of my control, guys. But you know what? I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna bleed off into a whole nother topic. I'm gonna stick to the topic, guys. Amazing dog. Top Gun is her next breeding. Why we picked her, Mandibula, super sex. If you don't know Lucas Pit Kennel, check him out on Insta. Amazing guy, great dogs. In fact, he has a dog here in the US right now, Shake. My friend Aurea has Shake right now, and I know he's here for a limited time only, 6 months or something like that. He's got some breedings lined up. Check out Shake too on his page, amazing dog. I don't know Lucas Pit Kennel directly, so I'm not paid to say any of this. I don't have a relationship with Lucas Pit Kennel outside of he knows I breed and I know he breeds, and I got a dog that he produced. Rhea is my friend, and again, I get not a single dollar for talking about Shake here or what they're doing with him. I'm a fan of good people, ethical people, and I'm a dog person through and through. So why she's special, I just went over the whole thing. To sum it up, her dad, Mandibula, her mom, super sex, good producing power, throws her look, brings that raw barbarian of a dog looking, you know, phenotype to us here. Her next breeding is with Grand Champion Top Gun with Emmanuel Tavares. Check him out, Emmanuel Tavares on Instagram. Amazing person, a gentleman, easy guy to work with, good dude, amazing dog as well. And that's who we're taking her to. That's gonna be her breeding right now, which if she takes would probably be due end of January, let's say, right? Because she did a split heat on me, which I'll do another video on that. End of January, early February now is what her due date would be. Knock on wood, everything goes well. That's what's gonna happen. So with that said, guys, I love American XL Bullies, American bred, and I love the Brazilian line too, the Pitmonsters. The XL line to me, in my opinion, I like that size, that functionality. There's a wow factor. There's also a creepy factor to it. Because when that 120, 130, 140 pound, 40 pound dog pulls up on you, you're gonna take a step back if it's not your dog. That's a different dog, guys. You know, it'll put you in perspective and make you respect the space a little bit. So, and I like that. That's one of the things I love about the breed as well, on top of the temperament. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I feel very strongly about this course. She's gonna do great things for our program. And if you believe in it, tap in with me, email me, send me a message on our website. You can text me, email me, whatever, DM me on Insta if you wanna get in on that breeding. But again, I'll make those announcements as we move forward. That said, guys, Earl S. from Mobile Kennels. Feeling under the weather, guys, sick, cold outside, just bored. I want to be with my dogs and talk about my dogs. I guess that's it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.